Hi guys, this is the Idaho Picker, and this is an important message to my many friends and viewers that normally, or for a long time at least, maybe kept up with me, the Idaho Picker, Logic Before Authority. And if you haven't figured it out by yet, Conspiracy Conferences is a tour of conspiracy conferences that I am organizing and I am putting together. And this video today is to go over some things with you about the conference and what's happened so far, how things are going, and so on. And also to ask for volunteers, volunteers to help with various aspects of making this conspiracy conference tour a success, or making it even a better tour. So I wanted to cover that with you, and then I'm going to cover some other things related to the site so that you know kind of what's going on so far. Okay? And I'm just going to read some of this to you here. It says, Conspiracy Conferences volunteers sign up to pull off such a grassroots effort with no starting up budget other than skill and knowledge. We are looking for volunteers. I'm saying we is mainly me. I'm looking for volunteers that can assist in one way or another, maybe just from your PC there at your home, or maybe on site at events or events. Please take a moment to look at the options below as to how you can help make this conference tour a reality or a better tour. The event organizer, that's me, will meet with all volunteers online in a video conference. We'll do that numerous times probably, but we'll start doing that once a number of you have signed up for various positions down below, hopefully. It says you do not need a webcam, but you do need a mic so that we'll be able to talk. Webcams are great, so we can see each other. I'm going to have mine on, and we're going to meet on Zoom.com or Zoom.us. It's a 128-bit encrypted video website conferencing system that we can use when you have 45-minute video conferences on there for free. Can I guarantee it's secure? No, but I don't care. Okay. And it's supposed to be secure, but I don't believe anything really is secure on the internet, to be quite frank with you. Now, says that, and we'll discuss and provide information to each of the volunteer positions described below. Note, all volunteers will get free admission to the conference/conferences, and that includes web and on-site volunteers. The screen shaking was a 3.1 earthquake in Tennessee. The areas volunteers are needed on the web, positions on the web that you could do from your home. These are the areas I've identified so far. Marketing 1, so marketing position 1. We are looking for people that have time to post ads in the cities that the conferences will be visiting on Craigslist and other sites. I'll give you instructions as to how to do that in our video conferences. Marketing position number 2. We are looking for people that could go around daily on YouTube ahead of the conferences and place a comment and a link to the Conspiracy Conference intro video on new videos that come out daily on other channels, and probably a link as well to the Conspiracy Conferences website, which I now do own the URL conspiracyconferences.com. So if you go to conspiracyconferences.com, you will now go directly to the website. Marketing position number 3, we are looking for people who can help contact potential speakers via the speaker's website, Facebook, email to gain more interest from potential speakers. Many will be needed to cover all dates and locations of this tour. Now, I already have some speakers of interest, some of which you will be shocked to find out. Some very interesting speakers, but I'm going to cover that in another video here in the very near future. Marketing position number 4, we are looking for several people to contact and secure vendors for each location of the tour. Vendors are individuals, organizations, and companies that may supply goods that event attendees would possibly want and or need, such as emergency food, guns, all those kinds of things that are related to the subjects that we talk about, prepping and so on. Next is social media admin. We are looking for one or two people who can be the admin for the newly formed Facebook, Twitter, and other social networking pages. You will work as a team to promote Conspiracy Conference tour information, and that'll be a couple of people doing that. Venue acquisition. We are looking for one person to work on finding proper venues and services needed for each event location. So what you would do on this top first form, you'll notice there's two forms. This top first form, you would submit your information on here if you could not come on location and volunteer at any of the locations, which I'll show you what they're tentatively identified as at the moment. You would just come on here and put your first name in, your email address, and you would select one area of volunteering needed. Marketing position 1, 2, 3, 4, social admin, media contact, and venue acquisition. Okay, media contact's actually one I didn't mention, and it is going to be listed right here as well. It'll be someone who's in charge of dealing with media as they are interested in information about what we are doing with conspiracy conferences. You know, outside media and so on, which most of which we would not trust. Now down below, we've got on-site at the conferences. Okay, this is the on-site volunteer sign-up form on the right. Positions we're speaking of here are vendor manager. Will be in charge of working with vendors as they arrive at the conference and throughout the conference. Speaker manager will be in charge of working with the speakers as they arrive and throughout the conference. Technical manager will be in charge of all technical equipment arrangements, setup, and issues. We will need one or two assistants. Catering manager, this person will be in charge of speaker and guest meal arrangements and related issues, because there are some several things that would come along with that. Videography, this person will be in charge of YouTube episode rental, live streaming, on-site filming, and anything related before, during, or after the conferences. Photography, this person will be in charge of taking photographs during or before, during, and after each event and posting them live to the Conspiracy Conferences website, which will have a spot for that here in the near future. Event controller, this key person will be in charge of and oversee the entire schedule of the events and all persons and activities. Guest manager, this person will be in charge of front door entry of the guests, ticket taking, and pay at the door ticketing. Also will provide basic security management for the event. This will be a minimum of 2 persons. Guest services, this person will be the main contact for guests with questions and or to assist the guests with such things as accommodations, parking, car rental, just a general contact with answers. It's not like you're going to be running around hand-holding necessarily. Okay, and then you would submit your information if you looked at the locations and seen the locations that you might be able to help out at. You would come here, submit your first name, email address, and the selection of position that you might be interested in: video manager, speaker, event controller, so on. Okay, and you've got an area there for comments as well, and then you just come down below and hit submit. Now, that's an overlook as to the volunteers that I'm looking for. Okay. Event locations, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Event schedule and locations, and this may actually change possibly a little bit. Okay, but for now, this is what we're looking at. Okay, Boise, Seattle. Okay, you can see the dates there. Okay, Boise, Seattle, Portland, Myrtle Beach, Charleston, South Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, St. Louis, Missouri, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Des Moines, Iowa, Tampa, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Miami, Florida. Okay, so those are the locations that we are looking at when it comes to that. I'm currently also looking for, like I mentioned, speakers, that people that would be interested in one or more locations coming and being a speaker. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to approve any and everyone who just wants to go speak. Obviously, I have to be somewhat picky in order to get the people there that have the education needed to be able to re-educate the public, which is what this tour is all about, re-educating the public. Okay, there are dates. A page that is created for speaker opportunities and vendor opportunities. Let's take a look at speaker opportunities. Speaker opportunities. Would you like to be a speaker at one or more of the scheduled conspiracy conferences? Step up to the mic and re-educate the world. If you would be interested in speaking at the upcoming Conspiracy Conferences America's Tour location, please fill in the information below. Okay. Speaker airfare and accommodations and a per diem will be covered by the Conspiracy Conference. We are intending to keep the conference as inexpensive as possible to the general public. Therefore, we ask that you come and speak for free. However, some paid speaker appearances may be possible depending on attendance polled by the speaker. We plan for full-day conferences, usually a 3-day, 2-night stay at each location. Reference to the speakers and volunteers. If you're on site in that location, need a hotel, might be able to help with arrangements, even airfare possibly, depending on what you're bringing to the table there. Okay, and you come down here and enter your information as a speaker. Okay, pretty self-explanatory. Vendor opportunities. We are looking for vendors for this conference. Things that would be of interest to the people who would be attending such a conference. Conspiracy Conferences is a unique opportunity for your organization, company, church group, activist group, or website blog promoter to meet hundreds of people already interested in your product, service, or subject. Face-to-face, each conspiracy conference is different, but vendors are a key component to the success of the information war that we are in right now to save not only our country, but humanity as a whole. Please take the time to read the details below and then click submit. Okay, and you come down here, take a look at the vendor details so far as vendor table pricing and so on that we've got here, and then of course submit your information on the right hand side. Okay, and then you will be contacted, and a lot more further information provided. When it comes to vendors, there will be table spots available, and there will also be vendor lunchtime pitches. As the speakers all go to lunch and gives everybody else an opportunity to go to lunch, the mic will be available, and there will be 4 15-minute speaking spots available. Another little earthquake in Tennessee there, it appears. And then that's about it for vendors at the moment. And there's other tabs such as conference details, reserve a seat, goes into all that. Basically where we're at right now is that we are identifying interest in areas. I'm doing marketing myself in the areas. I'm actually handling all this at the moment myself with a little bit of help from a couple of people at the moment, but 90% of it's being done by me, including the creation of this website. What we're doing basically is we are taking, if I go to reserve a seat, for instance, we're taking expressions of interest, you might say. You are not going to pay when you come here and reserve at this point. You are going to be communicated with via email to let you know what and how this thing is looking to go down, and how much ultimately the ticket prices are going to be. I like to keep it as cheap as possible, but I'm not going to be able to control the prices. The prices are going to be based really on how much it costs to pull this off. And I'm going to be traveling the country doing this and speaking at all these events. And on my YouTube channel here, I'll be doing videos all the time about what's going on in the conferences, and continuing on the side my investigative type videos that y'all guys know that I'm known for. Okay, so let's see here. What else could I show you here? I think that's it. Actually, about all the time I've got. We're at 14 minutes 30 seconds, and so I want to go ahead and close this out, but ask y'all guys to go over, take a look, and see if you can help me out here. I really want to pull this conference off. Some amazing things are happening so far. I'm being contacted by some really interesting people that can make this happen as well. But this is y'all guys' opportunity to get involved. So join me here and let's get it done.